my name's Karen Levicki, and I'm going to talk about our behavior intervention plan today we made for a student identified Tier 3 at our school. I'm a school counselor at Humboldt Elementary School, and we've been doing PBIS for about 5 years, and we've been a Tier 3 school for about 2 years. So this is our elementary school, Taft Elementary School. We're located in Humboldt, Iowa, and our school motto is that Taft Elementary is a great place to learn. Our district mission in Humboldt is learning and success for all. We're also designated a 2013 Blue Ribbon School. A little bit about Humboldt, Iowa. We're in north central Iowa, and our mascot is the Wildcats. A little bit about the demographics of Humboldt Elementary. We're about 88% white Caucasian, 2% black African American, 6% Hispanic, and 39% economically disadvantaged. We have a low turnover rate at Humboldt Elementary School, and we're about 10% the last school year. Our percent of English language learners is at about 1%. Our students who are eligible for free reduced meals is 39%. We have 8% of students in special education services, and our student to teacher ratio is 22:1. Our expectations for PBIS at our school-wide expectations are care about self and others, act responsibly, try my best, and stay positive. A little bit about our functional behavior assessment that informed our behavior intervention plan. We worked with a 3rd grade student who in August had 7 ODRs, mostly for classroom disruption. His problem behaviors were upturning desks, turning off lights, and making loud noises, and this was mostly happening during large group instruction. So our summary statement for this student, we discovered that the antecedent was large group instruction that lasted over 15 minutes long. The consequence that was maintaining was that the student was sent to a safe seat or the office, so he was removed from the situation. So we determined the function was to avoid large group instruction. So on our competing behavior pathway, our long-term desired replacement was that the student would self-monitor his own behavior and remain in class throughout instruction. Alternative replacement behavior was that the student would request breaks as needed during large group instruction. So this is one of our setting event strategies we had for the student, since we found that when the student did not have his morning medication or a bad bus ride to school, he was more likely to engage in problem behavior. So this is just a check-in to see how things went at home in the morning on the bus ride, and then if he took his meds and completed his homework. Our antecedent strategies were to provide choice before moving into large group instruction. So he could choose where he wanted to sit during large group instruction, on the carpet, in a desk, in the TV, on a comfy chair, or at the back table. Another antecedent strategy that we had was to create an organizer so that he could engage in a preferred activity first, or to help him sequence what was coming next before the next task or instruction. And then another activity or antecedent strategy we had was we had sensory manipulatives available to the student during large group instruction. So the break box has things like putty, massager, different fidget materials, so the student could utilize those while participating in large group instruction. Some of our teaching strategies for the student included teaching the student how to request to take a break. So some of these cards would allow the student, if he's allowed 5 breaks this day, to indicate each time he had taken a break. These are the different things he can do during the break. And then this is a social story that we used to help the student learn how to ask for assistance when needing a break, how to use the resources that were available, and how to help him stay checked in during large group instruction. So it teaches how staying checked in looks and how he can request a break. Our consequence strategies for the student were to provide opportunities to earn breaks after he completes a specified number of tasks. Also providing an opportunity to earn time doing a self-selected activity. So those were the reward charts, so he could earn a break. And then to make his problem behavior ineffective, the teachers were trained to provide a calm, insistent response, limit their verbal interaction. So these stop signs, the teacher just shows a stop sign instead of verbally interacting with the student. And then if the student missed work, we scheduled times for him to make up the work in that makeup folder. Our data collection sheet looks kind of like a DPR, and then he's allowed to earn breaks as needed, so that also tracks when he's using the breaks. We also use these to track our fidelity of how we are implementing the behavior intervention plan. And these are our results from the beginning of the student using the behavior intervention plan. And so as you can see, we had a few times where we had to either modify or intensify, but the last time when we increased his breaks to 5, we saw a decrease in outbursts at school. So I hope you enjoyed our Ignite presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. And I hope you learned a lot about behavior intervention plans.